PAILs and rails for the knee. Now it's important that we isolate the knee in this occasion, obviously, but making sure that the ankle doesn't do the movement and the pressure instead of the knee. Okay, so first one we're going to do is internal rotation of the knee. Okay, so we're going to start in internal rotation. Okay, and your hand's going to come to the outside of your foot, so you're going to bring opposite arm over to the outside of your foot. The hand to knee is going to come on the inside. Okay, so we're going to at the moment hold a passive stretch that we're not letting this knee collapse, so we're going to put force against this knee with our hand, and we're just moving our leg, foot, ankle, get it right, into internal rotation. So we're getting internal rotation of our knee in here. So you're going to hold that passive stretch. Now holding in there, so keep that position there. We're going to then go into our PAILs and rails. So our PAILs will be pushing into the outside of our hand, but it's not from the ankle, remember, it's from the knee. So we're trying to move this tissue out, okay? So you should feel the hamstring, feel that puppeteer pulling it out and the foot's coming along for the ride. Hand is in the inside of your knee, so you don't let it collapse in. So force on the outside, you've been holding that passive stretch. You're then going to ramp up, squeeze that hamstring to pull it into 20% tension. Lifting into 40%. Really think of it coming from the hamstring, pulling it up. 60%. 80%. Ramping it up into 100%. Hold at 100 for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, keep fighting, 2, 1. Hold that knee in that position as we try and rotate into our rails for 10, 9, 8, keep that knee rotating, hamstring pulling this way, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax in there. So that's your internal rotation. Next, we're going to do external rotation. So we're going to move into the external rotation of our knee. So you're going to come out. As your hand was on the inside, it's now going to come on the outside. That's it, and my opposite hand on the inside in there. Lots of thinking about, okay? So, hand is this time, instead of pushing in, we're going to push it out, okay? And we're going to hold that external rotation. Now you can see that I've got a greater external rotation, but remember it's not from the foot, that foot staying stable, and we're rotating from that knee, okay? So that tibia tuberosity moving out towards the side, okay? Our PAILs will be pushing into my hand with my watch on, okay, and rails will be pulling further into external rotation. So you want to think about that hamstring. It's got to pull that puppeteer back into that place, okay? So pushing that knee out so it doesn't collapse in. We're going to put 20% pressure through. Think about your knee doing the movement, not your foot. 40%. Really trying to wake it up, mine's sleepy. 60%, really think of that hamstring wanting to pull it in. 80%. Ramping it up to 100%, keep that knee pushed against that hand, try and pull that hamstring, pull in that foot, keep going for another 10, 9, 8, 7, fight for more, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rails, try and pull with that outside of that hamstring into our external rotation. Hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax in there. So you should really feel that hamstring working. If you're struggling, okay, just go through your percentages and just holding it and getting a feel for those hamstrings. It might take a little bit to activate, so even just doing some touching of that hamstring, rubbing it to initiate that contraction, and just doing our cars to start off with as well. Give it a go, and like I say, if you can only do 20% pressure and you can't ramp it up to 100, Do what your body can do. Everyone is different, okay? But make sure you're isolating that knee so it's not having that hip come into a rotation and that foot's not doing the pressure. It's coming from the pressure of your knee. So you should feel some pressure against that hand to want to move out to the outside or internally in the inside. Hope that makes sense. Any questions, just let me know.